Alright, so I was just alerted that one of my favorite Lotus farming bots is in, oh, there he is in Burning Steps, and I'm going to show you guys how I take advantage of the bots that just farm Lotus 24 hours a day here in Burning Steps, or honestly in every zone, because I see them in every zone. But basically, we have the 1-2-3 setup again. You don't have to have 3 accounts to do this, but this is just what I like to do. Another addition to my Lotus farming strat. Obviously, we have the 2 accounts in our prime spots. We got one in the 3 spot in Southern Pillar of Ash. Then we have one in Draco Dar at the 4 spot. Those 2 are always just chilling. When I'm really not feeling lazy, I will go ahead and utilize the bots that are clearly in every zone, and you probably see them on every realm, in my opinion. This is just one of my favorite, probably top 3 bot that I like to follow because they never attack you. They'll run straight to the Lotus, and as soon as they mount up, you know a Lotus is spawned. They start booking it in that direction. If they go west, I already have a character west. If they go anywhere else nearby, I can just attack them. They sit there, feign death, and I pick the herb. When this guy's in the zone, I get like 8 Lotus every 2-3 hours, honestly. It's just disgusting. He hops up, he does a quick 180, he'll reset his route, and then you'll see some of his scripts where he just has an eagle eye script that he just flies through all of the locations for Lotus to spawn. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like probably 9 out of 10 hunters on Horde and Alliance that are in Burning Steps are bots. And I have a huge target macro that I created of just /TAR and then a couple letters of their name. So we have Ivan, we have TBD, he's like TBD Snooze. This is /target West for ally. All of these people, however many I have on there, probably 15 or so names on the list. I just run around steps until I find one of them, and then I just stalk them. Easy peasy. But you'll notice that certain bots have certain spots that they always go to. This is this bot's #1 spot. If you kill him a couple times, he either spirit reses and then leaves the zone, or he goes to his backup spot, which I'll show you if he ends up doing that. But more than likely, he's going to chill here for a little bit. So we'll be back as soon as the Lotus spawns, and I'll show you how I mess with him. All right, we have movement. Let's see where he's moving. He's moving north, so we're going to immediately start running our rogue north. And as soon as we see he has a location for it, we will try to find it. He does see us now, though, so he might try to be juking us. But we're going to go ahead and just run for it because we know there's a Lotus somewhere. And he's looking for it, so. Oh, hey, there's a Black Lotus right there. He tried to juke us, but we didn't fall for it because I knew there was one up somewhere. So let's go ahead and make sure we secure the bag here, which it looks like we should. Oh, we fail picked it, though. So what you do is you just hit him a couple times while you spam pick, and you fail picked again, which is pretty unlucky. But we're gonna go ahead and root this guy up, make sure we get the Lotus. Lotus is looted, and we call it that. So easy pick there on that Lotus, and we're just gonna walk away with Lotus in our bag. So that's a little something of what I like to do, and this guy's gonna call me a bot right now, I guarantee you. Tip, please. No, because you're literally a bot, dude. He doesn't come back until he gets an alert. And let's see where he goes after this. That's the big thing. So we did just get a Lotus. He's either going to run to the flight path and fly away to Eastern Plaguelands, or he's going to go straight back to his rock and continue to Eagle Eye, which it looks like he's actually going for the latter option, which is awesome for us because we potentially could have ourselves some more Lotus in the future. Let's see what he does. He really likes to go to Winter Spring after this, so he might just book it straight for the flight path and run to Winter Springs. But you saw there, he DPI though. He starts to catch on. For like the first 20 Lotus, he wouldn't really notice, but now he gets pretty paranoid and he always like checks to see if I'm there. But the fact that he started mounting up, I know the Lotus is spawned somewhere. So that first couple seconds where he's running, I can get a general idea of where the Lotus is, and we just run to it. And he tried to fake us out, and it didn't work. And look at that. He's going to go straight back to his spot and continue to Eagle Eye for us. So we'll be back in an update again. So we picked that at, what, like 10:33 or so. Let's see how long. Obviously, it has some RNG as to, you know, the actual spawn timers of Lotus and whatnot. But We will see. And he never scatter traps. Like, these hunters do not know how to CC you. So, I don't know. Just free Lotus. And just like that, like 5 minutes later, starts eagle eyeing again. I got the chips, got some water. Kick it back. This is how I spend my weekends, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, it appears that the hunter actually saw me. He was running towards rich thorium node, which it is an issue. A lot of these people who are farming on hunters and like the mages that are always out here, they're herbalists as well as miners, and they'll always have track herbs on, and then they'll just pick up thorium as they see it. And he actually ran across the zone to a rich thorium node, so kind of debated us on the last one. But you know, you'll learn every now and then that, oh, this guy's a miner as well, so maybe he's a 50-50. Maybe we won't always try to follow that one guy. And then if you learn the other person who's, you know, only an herbalist, if you see them, then you know, oh, I'd rather follow them than this guy. But if that one person is non, this guy will work. But right now, I'm pretty sure he moved to a second spot, so we're going to go over all of the hunter eagle eye locations that I've personally seen, and there are some crazy ones, but I'm going to show you where they're at and how to get there. One of them is right here by the Pillar of Ash, and you simply walk up this little ramp here. There's a rich thorium right here for reference of where you need to walk up, and you can basically just clip up this little wall here. Give me a second to do it. I don't do it too often. I don't see hunters here too often, but then you look down at this little ledge here, and you actually have to jump onto the darker brown portion of the ledge and then just simply run up. And here you have a nice little alley where you can hide behind this rock here, and nobody can really see you because nobody, like, you can't get up here. There's only one way to get up here, and you have to have 100% mount to even get here. So you can just kind of hide here. The only way people are going to find you is if they have a /target macro. That's the only way I found out about this one in the first place. That's a nice little hiding spot here because you are pretty close to every Lotus spawn. You're pretty much in the middle of the map. And we'll go ahead and move on to the other ones. So the spot that the hunter that we were just following at is just wedged in between these rocks, and the coordinates are 4951. The main issue with this, though, is there's not a lot of coverage. He is a dwarf, so he's pretty tiny, but someone like a Night Elf or a Tauren or a Troll, they're going to stick out a lot more here. And this is probably the best spot for the location because you're literally dead smack in the middle of the entire zone here, and you can get to a lot of the locations pretty quickly. But again, you can be seen pretty easily, and it's by the main road that intersects the entire zone, so you could be seen by somebody's spy. And we'll just quickly run over to another rock behind Pillar of Ash. I should have just gone next to that one because it's right there. But a lot of times I see hunters wedged behind this huge rock by the Pillar of Ash just on the southernmost border of the range line here. And they'll just sit behind this rock here. There's no special trick. You just literally wedge yourself behind there. And then there's another wedge of rocks right next to the tower here along the cart path. I just said cart path. I've been working too much at the golf job. So pretty much right by the tower here as well. 5754-ish is the location here. Same concept. You just wedge yourself in between all three rocks right in there. And that's a decent spot as well. And we'll move on to some other spots. You know what's incredibly ironic? I just showed you guys that spot, and I was spamming my target macro, and this guy came up on it. He's one of the hunters that I follow. I saw him for like half a second over at this mountain, and I was like, oh, a hunter popped up. He's running to a Lotus because I saw he was mounted. So I ran to him on my rogue, and look at that. He literally just proved my point. Not even, what, a minute later of when I recorded that. And there he goes, eagle-eyeing in the little rock corridor there. So I'm going to put my rogue back to the 3 spot real quick. I'll bring over my other druid, and we'll just hang out until this Lotus potentially spawns. Alright, so sadly that hunter actually just hearthed out of the zone in the same spot, so I don't know if somebody else got it already, but we're just going to continue on with some of the Lotus eagle-eyeing spots that hunters likely do. So we have a couple underneath the bridge towards BRM ramp here. Some people like to hide underneath the pillars here or inside the pillar. They'll just wedge themselves in underneath here. And sometimes you'll see people actually underneath the bridge. You can kind of hop your way underneath the bridge there. You're pretty much not being able to be seen because nobody should ideally be running underneath that bridge. But you'll pop up on a lot of people's spies, or just they'll be able to tab target you because that's a highly, trafficked area as well. Another couple of spots here we have is the little mountain range here in the southwest portion of steps here, and there's two spots. So the more common one that you'll see a lot of people scouting from is just right here. Oh my god. Okay, I was expecting him to be in the spot. We actually found the hunter good, which is really funny. So we might be back a little bit later with the locations. And another one here, which is a little less known, is you kind of just sidewalk yourself up here, and you can get to this spot here. But again, this one, you're able to be seen a lot more by passerbyers, but unless they're really looking up into the mountains for you as they're doing like a thorium route or something like that, they're really not going to find you. And even if they do see you, you're high enough to the point where if they don't know how to get up to you, you're pretty much safe. But we're going to do a little stalking on this guy again. I think he might have just got the last Lotus actually, which is why the other hunter teleported out. So we'll see, but we'll be back in an update. I promise you I'll go over all the other spots. There's like 10 more, but I ain't going to let a free Lotus go, if you know what I'm saying. So I actually just had another hunter who is on my list come and see this hunter, and she went to the other spot here. And whenever I'm doing this, I try to kill all the other competition that I'm stalking just so I can focus on this one person, because I want this one person to give me the signal that there's a Lotus up. I don't want multiple people being able to eagle eye and see the Lotus and then have tons of people at the spawn. I want to be able to mess with one person and only one person. So went and killed her. She's dead right there. Hopefully she doesn't come back for a little bit, and we'll be back hopefully when a Lotus spawn. It's been a little while for this one though. Okay, so didn't actually end up getting the Lotus there by stalking the hunter. It actually just spawned where we were hard camping. Picked it up on the druid, so now we have a little bit of time to potentially go over some other spots while I know that it's internally on a cooldown. But this guy did not see it, I don't believe, because he's still eagle-eyeing, so we will see. Alright, sorry. It's another day. I got distracted last night. I just picked a Lotus here, so while I have a little bit of window while the internal timer for the respawn is on cooldown, let's go ahead and go over all the spots. I'm going to bang it out because I know I've been kind of all over the place with this video. ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I probably have it, and I can't keep a single train of thought, so let's just go into it. So, we showed you that little nook that you could hide between those rocks here. And another common one that I don't really like using too often, it's pretty safe, and not a lot of people go here, is you just run up the mountain here, and you have a nice vantage point. You are just on the southwest portion of this mountain at 6554. Very nice aerial coverage of pretty much most of the zone. You can eagle eye pretty much across the map for the most part and hit a lot of spots from here. The only issue with this spot is the Alliance flight path flies right over here. You'll see people coming in this way and going towards the I don't even remember what it's called. Morgan's Vigil. So, and Horde can see you as well as they're flying south. So it's pretty safe spot, pretty decent, because again, you're almost central. But again, you do get seen by a lot of people. Let's go to the next spot. So speaking of Morgan's Vigil, a lot of Alliance hunters like to use this spot because if they get camped out and it's just pretty convenient for them being right by the flight path, they'll land and then they will just run up this little walkway here, and they'll sit pretty much right here, right behind this little rock. It's pretty safe because again, you're literally by your flight path, your own little mini city, but this city's always overran on our server by Horde, and you're pretty much as far away as possible from a majority of the Lotus that spawns. So this is a lot of people's like last desperation hiding spot. Doesn't get used too often, but every now and then you'll see a hunter there. Alright, so we've arrived at one of my favorite spots. It's on Dreadmaw Rock by all the ogres here. I've personally used this spot a lot when I used to eagle eye, and I'd bring my, I think it was level 14 hunter here. There's two ways to get up here. There's one way where you can just kind of clip up the rock here. You can do it with any mount. And then you just simply run up to the top of this ledge here. And you could be a level 14 here, which is the minimum level to have Eagle Eye. And none of the ogres are gonna aggro you. You can come all the way down here if you want. And it's pretty safe. And again, great vantage point because you're pretty high up, so you can see a lot of spots quickly. Only issue is, again, apparently from the Alliance flight path, a lot of people can fly overhead. So you are seen, but if you're kind of like this, just eagle-eyeing, unless people are flying over you, they really don't see you. So you're pretty safe here. And the other way that's actually pretty simple to get up here, which I didn't know it was that easy, just on the other side of the little cave entrance here by this dead tree, you can literally just clip up by jumping up. So a couple ways to get up there, but that's one of my favorite spots, honestly. Back, so the next spot, this one is actually really hard to get to in my opinion, but it's this little mountain range here, just to the west of Dreadmaw Rock. You basically have to run up right here. I think this is the only way you can get up to this spot, and then you have to kind of just tightrope walk this little ledge here. And actually, I'm just gonna get off my mount because it's a little easier to do it when you're not running super fast. But clip all the way back up here, and you get to this nice little peak. Again, this isn't really the safest spot because you can see people like this. Why is that person on my kill on sight list? But so yeah, a lot of people can see you, but it's the perk of being here is it's a decent location and it's pretty hard to get to if they don't know how to get to you, so you're pretty safe for the most part. Moving on, of course, to a lot of popular spots for hordes are a couple spots right at Flamecrest, the flight path. Some people like to just literally eagle eye right here on the bridge because the graveyard, the only graveyard for the entire zone shared by both factions is right here. So if you get killed, who cares? You spawn, boom, you're at your body again. A lot of times you'll see like level 14s here just kind of hiding in the corner here, who obviously have a second account and they're just eagle eyeing from this one location. Pretty popular spot. Obviously they'll get one shot by any alliance who comes by, but they don't care again because the graveyard's there. Sometimes people also eagle eye underneath the bridge here. Did I just prove my point? There's a level 14 eagle eye underneath the bridge here. That's actually hilarious. So these are the type of people who you don't really want to follow because you know the level 14 is not going to run to the Lotus. But if they do stop randomly eagle eyeing, then you might know a Lotus could be up somewhere on the map. But let's go ahead and actually do who steps really quick. If he's smart, he wouldn't be in a guild. He's in the box. So now we could see, oh, he's probably working with Roystar or Drone the Flyer, something like that. So if you do see those two people now, if you see them running across the map, you know they're probably running to a Lotus more than likely. So you shouldn't have if you're doing level 14 alt, you should not have it in a guild because that's just a dead giveaway of who I'm going to try to follow if I see them in the zone. So another spot here is just west of Flamecrest, and it's nothing crazy. Sometimes hunters are right here, just up this little ridge. They get killed a lot, and there's some mobs which make it kind of not too great of a spot. But if you keep going up the ridge here, there's no reason for anybody to ever go up here because there's nothing in the entire zone that would take you up here. There's a couple dragonlings and scorpions, but you have this huge flat ridge which runs pretty much all the way to the stronghold of just ground where you could be eagle-eyeing. So you could have hunters eagle-eyeing up here, you could have them be in the flat here, and there's also a spot if you go all the way up here, you can get right behind this rock, and this is a pretty decent eagle-eye spot. This is where a lot of them default to as their second safe spot. You're all the way up at the edge of the borderline to Searing Gorge, and like, why would anybody run up here other than eagle-eyeing? So it's pretty safe, pretty remote. You can be seen from flight paths flying from Searing Gorge, but again, you're so out of the way that hardly anybody ever comes up here to mess with you unless, you know, they're trying to mess with an eagle-eyer. So that's one thing that they have going for it. And sometimes you could see, oh, I might die. You might see some people on the lower part of the ridge close to Stronghold here, but that's pretty much it for the northern part here. Don't kill me. Hey, it's Matt. Okay, so this next spot is a pretty game changer spot. It's really safe and really well hidden. So you come to this little fire lava ridge, pretty much in the middle of the map. and you have this enormous boulder just slapped on the side of the mountain here, and you can actually just run in this little crevice here, and it's a great spot to hide. Look at this window of being seen. Nobody's going to see you here unless they're randomly running from west to east along this ridge, which nobody ever does, or if they have a target macro. So that is a very good spot. There's almost always people there. There's a couple of them who aren't online, or they might be in a different zone actually. No, they're just not online. A lot of people go to that spot. Very good spot. It's dead smack in the middle of the zone, so perfect for, you know, rotating over and getting Lotus. So that is one of my top favorite spots. Definitely look out for that one. So the next spot is just west of Blackrock Stronghold, or I guess southwest, but you come up to this nice little ridge here, and again, it's just a simple one. If I'm not mounted, it would be easier. You can just run up and get to the flat part there. You know what I mean. I'm not going to do it. I can't run in a straight line apparently, but you get to the top of that cliff. Pretty safe again, because most people's routing doesn't really take you there, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to show you a couple right now that aren't really utilized a lot, but they're really nice hiding spots. But the only issue is, again, they're pretty far out of the way. So we're coming just southwest of the entire zone here by Draco Dar, and we're gonna come straight to this little ridge up here, and I'm pretty sure you have to have a 100% mount to get this jump properly. But you're trying to clip onto the side of the mountain here like I just did. I'm surprised I got that on the first jump, if I'm being honest. And then nobody saw that. Okay, there you go. Never mind. Didn't take that long. So you have to pretty much just clip against the wall there, and you have this ginormous flat part of the entire southwest zone, which I think that's the only way to get up here. Very nice vantage point. You could hide right here. There's nobody that's going to see you from a flight path or anything like that, and you just have a little safe hop down. So gets you to the western part of the map pretty safely, and again, nobody comes here. I'm going to see how far you can go, I guess. I don't know why anyone would be super up in the mountains here, but you might be able to actually get pretty crazy up in the mountain ridge here. I've never even walked here, actually. Why would I? Okay, there's a death pit in the Elmwood Forest, I guess. What? We're gonna explore a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna add to the video because it's interesting. I've never bothered to run up here. What? Where's this? What's that? I kind of want to jump in there. We'll do it at the end of the video, maybe. Stay if you want to see me kill myself. Oh god, a lot of you are gonna stay. Dude, this is insane. Hello? What is that? Okay, we're going exploring after the video. Okay, so I'm actually a big fan of this next spot. It's pretty remote, and it's not too far out of the way for you to be late to the Lotus, but you come up to the Dragonkins here in the south part of Draco Dar, and then you have to run on the left side of the wall here, and then you have to just do multiple hops back towards the center. I find it easier to not be on a mount. I like to be in cheetah form. Obviously, most people don't have cheetah form, but it just takes a couple jumps, and you kind of clip up the wall here. Okay, that took me way too long than it needed. It took me like an extra 2 minutes. I swear I'm not that bad. But once you clip up, you jump up, and it brings you to this beautiful flat. Again, you can kind of see the random parts of the game where they just didn't develop anything. You have a huge, just great wall of burning steps, I guess. But you can run towards the nice little cubby here. I don't even know what you call this, a ledge. But again, nobody can really get up this way. And it's a great vantage point of a majority of the zone. You could continue on this way if you want to have a more central spot of the zone. You just gotta make your way around the ledge. There's another good look at the wall there. And it brings you to just a central part of the zone. You can kind of dance around on all these little hidden valleys and whatnot. And here you have a beautiful flat where, again, this is the only way to get to this flat. And then you can just simply jump off right here by this rock. So pretty nice vantage point again, but pretty remote, pretty hard to get to. Check as a last resort to see if anyone's there. All right, so here we are just south of this little mountain range here, and there's two ways to get to the spot. So the easier way, which I didn't know was a way for a long while, is you just clip against this rock and you jump up. That's not cool though. So the way I saw her do it was you have to have a mount to get here this way, because I've tested it with a sprint. You can get there with sprint, but you walk up to the mountain ridge here, and then you have to clip onto this little flat here, and then you just simply run up. Now, the reason I like this spot a lot is because there's a couple of hiding spots that you could do. She's recently started to just kind of cram herself against the rock here. Again, I'm a Tauren. I'm the biggest character model. It doesn't really do it justice, but she's a night elf, pretty slender, you know what I'm saying? And she just hides behind this rock. You can get seen pretty easily just by people's spy being in the spot, but where I really like that she hides is she goes all the way up here, and then she tucks into this little corner here. So look at what she's seeing. Like, how are you supposed to see a night elf crammed against the wall here when you're running in this? Like, nobody comes to this part of the zone ever. And she's just tucked against the wall, and she eagle eyes here. It's a pretty decent location. Again, it's not like all the way in the corner of the map. It's almost central burning steps. And the nice part about it, as well as if you're following someone here, is it takes a couple jumps more than likely for the bots to get out of the spot. It's pretty easy to exit if you actually just time it right. But that's my favorite spot, because I have never seen anybody, like, even looking in from here, you're behind this corner here. Nobody's going to see you. And if you're running, say, this way, looking up, you're covered by that corner again. So I don't know. It blew my mind. Beautiful spot. And you know who you are if you watch this video, because you definitely see me following you a lot whenever you're in that spot. But props to you for finding that one, because that is a beautiful spot. Now let's go ahead and visit those camps that we randomly saw, because I'm stoked. We just found the freaking... I don't know what I was going for there. I was going to say some Harry Potter, like, Chamber in the Secrets, but it's not. Whatever. Go to the clip. Alright, so we're back at that camp that we saw. How do you... This has got to be an Easter egg, right? There's literally no way to get up here besides what we're doing, I think. So let's check it out. Okay, there's no one in there. Feels bad, but there's a cave. Bro, what the heck? Okay, there's nothing in the cave. Feels bad. Damn, dude, I wanted to see like an NPC or something, but... I wonder if I'm trapped now. I don't think I can run back. Maybe we could run back up there. Let's see if... Before we get ourselves truly, truly trapped. Oh, never mind. We could just run back up. Like, what is this here for? And where does it go? Is the question. Okay, now I think we might be actually stuck. Like, we can't go any further. Interesting. And then, yeah, just hops back down to the lake. What did they want to do with that cave? See, I'm not gonna lie, this is the kind of stuff... This is like why I would like Skyrim, I think, if I played it. Because I just always try to find stuff like, hello? Look at this vantage point, dude. That's kind of sick. And now we're gonna find a creek that I don't know if is accessible at all from the Alliance side. I don't think you can actually get here, so... Yeah, we're gonna jump down in there and see what's up. Luckily, we're a cat, so I don't think I need to use my noggin fogger, but... Like, hello? Wait, does this go higher up? I want to make sure we go to the highest part of the creek before we get trapped. Okay, so I want to be up there. So let's see if we need to go... I fell. Oh, don't die, please. Okay. Thank God I didn't clip and accidentally die. Where are we? Like, hello? This is actually oh my God, look at that waterfall. You could fly up here, bro? This guy's probably tripping. He just saw a druid. Oh, another camp. These people have to be so confused while they're flying over me. This is sick. Okay, well, I didn't mean for this video to be like this, but one, beautiful waterfall. Let's go ahead and get a screenshot. Let's see if I can remember how to turn off my... Oh, that's not it. I had to freaking rebind it somehow, I think. Alright, there could be the beautiful thumbnail for the video. I like it. So pretty. All right, continuing on. Is this the edge of the world? Nothing loads in, it's just a block. What is that? Hello? That's another screenshot. What is going on? I think we're actually trapped if we jump down there. I don't think there's a way to get back up here. Hello? That is so funny, man. Okay, I've just spent the last minute waving at Alliance. Oh god, that is so funny. They'll just target me as they fly over and fly back. Oh, it's Lavande. Actually, I PvP against that guy a lot. Classy, that's a really good booster. She boosts SM, I think. Props to you, Classy. What the heck, dude? Okay, this is the ultimate troll, just dancing in bear form and seeing them fly by. A lot of people go AFK when they're flying, but it's funny to just see the people who target me and they're like, what the hell is going on, dude? Huh? What is bot sad? Not sad? Bot sad? I think she meant not sad. Yo, let's go! Easy Lotus, boys. All right, we'll take it. So that's a proper way to end this video. I don't know what this video became, you guys. I was trying to just show you how to outsource your Lotus farming to the people who actually do the work for you. And we somehow went on a tangent. I hopefully showed you some good hiding spots. If you do want to eagle eye yourself, be safe out there because there's people like me who like to ruin it for everybody. But we somehow ended up in a enchanted waterfall in northern Elwyn Forest, finishing dancing as a bear while we're picking Lotus at the same time. So I don't think we can top the video from there. So I'm just going to cut it. I don't know what this video was, but I hope you guys learned something from it or had some enjoyment watching me be an absolute idiot. So I don't know what other guides I'm going to make. Honestly, I kind of just sporadically have ideas of what I want to throw out there to the world. So let me know if there's something that you really want me to do, and I'll definitely look into potentially making a guide for it. Other than that, who knows when you'll see me next? I don't know when I'll see me next unless I look in a mirror. So I'm just stalling. Goodbye.